I'm, okay? I'm going to show you, I'm going to send you a very sad social distancing video at a funeral where you see a woman, a mother, mourning the death of her son. So her other son comes and tries to hug her. What happens? The funeral worker said, no, 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 no. You understand? They live off humans' miseries. Again, if you go to the psychology of pornography, the effect that it has had on society, ladies and gentlemen, you understand? It is sad. Really, really sad what is happening out there. The psychology of violence. And where does violence start? Domestic violence at home. You think that people are very, government are interested in going to the root of violence, social violence, and really? You think they are they're interested in that? No, they make you think they are. But the problem is always there because they live off human misery, human suffering. The psychology of social distancing. Okay? What social distancing does, ladies and gentlemen, is what? It keeps humanity apart. It divides them. You understand? It makes people suspicious of each other. The psychology of pants sagging. Really? How can you allow men, grown-ass men, walking around almost half naked? The psychology of fashion. They tell you how to dress. That's why they use rappers. That's why they push all these rappers out there. That's why rappers, famous rappers, you will see them in movies. You will see them in... and how did they get their fame? By singing curse word. A lot of cursing in their singing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really, really, really sad what is happening out there. Okay? The psychology of pandemics. Pandemics have always existed, as I previously said, because we are a walking pandemic. When we die and our body goes onto the ground, the worms comes unless it is burned, cremated. The worms take hold of our body. And if it is cremated, which the Creator is against, that's another business, cremation. But people do that. But people, remember, humanity, since the whole of humanity is possessed. The world leaders are possessed. The God of this world is Satan. So of course people are going to do the opposite of what God believes. The Bible clearly says not to eat swine food, swine meat. What does the whole world eat? Oh yeah. In fact, there was a commercial years ago where they boar's head. When I was growing up back in New York, what did they call it? The other white meat, boar's head. Ladies and gentlemen, please, don't you see we doing the opposite of what God said in the Bible that only fish with scale you can eat. What do people do? They even put up they rub it in God's face. They have this red lobster restaurant all over the place. God said not to eat that, but we do it anyway. God said not to put marks on our body. You got tattoo places all over the place. You got people tattooing their bodies left and right. So you see? See? Using the psychology is just too much for the human mind. They got too distracted. The world leaders can easily control the people. Okay, what is those famous words that Brzezinski said back in the Carter administration? Was it is easier to deceive 1 million people than to it is easier to deceive and control 1 million people than to kill 1 million people. The psychology of division, the psychology of abortions. See? God said, thou shalt not kill, right? See, it's in the commandments right behind. What do we do on a daily basis? We kill. Especially in the Hispanic and the black community. And the colored people. You understand? So we are a world in deep, you know what? We are deep in innocent blood. Now, what explanation would we have for our Creator? Oh, or maybe for evolution. You believe in evolution? It's not a matter of believing anyway. It's a matter of accepting reality. That's bullshit. Evolution what happened to evolution? Evolution is being taught in all of the schools. However, the teachings of the Bibles are prohibited. Thank you. Okay? And believe it or not, all of these things was done in the self-preservation of Esau's descendants, the Sodomites, who controls everything, and the constant war against Jacob's descendants. Now, you may say, well, Ruben, who are these people? Well, let me give you an example. The Rothschild, the Rockefeller, the Waltons, the DuPont family. I mean, you name it. These people have control, ladies and gentlemen, and they have a say in the money, and the money that's being printed in the United States. So who controls? And believe it or not, this is all done in the self-preservation of Esau's descendants, who controls everything and are in a constant war, in a perpetual war against Jacob's descendants, who are again Native Americans, Hispanics, and the tribe of Judah. Now, let me just tell you, the Native Americans, they are known as the tribe of God, G-A-D. The Negroes, colored folks, came from the tribe of Judah. The same tribe where Christ, Jesus Christ, came out of, Yahushua, and the Hispanics. Okay? However, this does not mean that the white people are bad, are all bad, and are the devil. Like you got these Israelites being at the corner saying, oh, the white man is the devil, blah, blah, blah. That's a lie. That's evil. You understand? Don't let yourself go by that. Okay? Because no, my friend. In fact, if you bring a Caucasian into the kingdom of God, you will be heavily rewarded. Heavily rewarded for it. You don't preach hatred against the white man or against the white woman, because after all, we are all one creation upon this earth. And God is not a God of confusion. For you are doing a great disservice to the gospel if you do this. You cannot love and hate at the same time. You should love the sinner but despise his actions. You cannot hate a man or a woman based upon what their forefather did. This is evil. Now, the people that choose to remain in the past and being evil and doing all kind of crazy things against God's people, well, that's a given. That was prophesied. But if you have a white brother, a white sister waking up, in fact, as I was growing up in junior high school, my best friend was white as snow. We got to come out of this mentality, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but racism is a national emergency. It's a social crisis. No justice, no peace. Defund the police. Well, tell that to Minneapolis right now. Tell that to New York. Okay? Where the crime rate has surged tremendously so. So do not even listen to these brothers out there that talks about, oh, the white man is evil. No. Don't go by that. Loved everybody. Remember where the white people came out of. The white people and the brown people came out of the same womb, Rebecca's womb, Isaac's wife. In fact, they were fighting in her tummy. In her womb, she almost went crazy, the woman. Let us read some Bible verses and then I am done. First of all, speaking of symbolism, which you're going to see on some of the links that I'm going to send you, because I'm going to send you links of the psychology of pandemics that have been shown, okay, what is called predictive programming through movies. Contagion, which was a movie that was that came out, I believe, was 2011, and then you got now Utopia, played by Amazon. So you're going to see the trailer and you're going to see what it's about. You tell me if this is not social engineering, this is not social conditioning, and yet the social media platform are going to punish us and call us conspiracy theories when this information is public information. It is a fact of life. Psychology has the psychological game, the historical psychological game has always been played on the human mind. And those that have gained psychological power over people, those are the ones that have ruled over people. Okay? And now how does one become stupid? By disobeying our Creator. You disobey, you go against your God, your Creator, you become stupid. And you become God's Satan's servant. Okay, so one of the very famous symbols that people use is covering their right freaking eye, right? All right. Now, what does the Bible say about the Bible covers everything, ladies and gentlemen. Again, covers tattoo, cover a diet, cover the last days that we are living, that people will be going back and forth, as Daniel tells us on chapter 25. Chapter 12, verse 25. All right, so let us go to Zechariah chapter 11. Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 17. Look at that, how beautiful. It said, woe to the idle shepherd that leaveth the flock. The sword shall be upon his arm, and upon his right eye. His arm shall be clean dried up, and his right eye shall be utterly darkened. Now you understand why you see a lot of famous artists do this? They worship the devil. Plain and simple. Give me 1 sec, ladies and gentlemen. The book of Malachi. Let me read you the book of Malachi chapter 1. The burden of the word of the Lord of Israel by Malachi. Verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob. Verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and you shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. So, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to say here? Especially Malachi chapter 1, verse 3, where God said he hated Esau. A lot of people completely misinterpret this. So what is God hating? God hates what he became. What Esau became, what he did, all the evil that he did. Okay? The same thing with us. If a white man insists on being evil and on being wicked, then that's a different story. Then that would be considered an Edomite. But if a white man sincerely seek God, not through religions, mind you, but really become a soldier of God, he will be more than welcome into the kingdom of God. Okay? Because in fact, he will be admired in a way because he wasn't part of God's promise, God's people. But yet look at him. You understand? So let us not twist or misinterpret words. God hates what God has hated what the white man has done through abortion, through wars, okay? What humanity has done, period. Okay? And it's time that we stop it. But if a man separate himself from all of that, which God calls us upon doing that. In fact, let us go to Jeremiah 10. Let us go to Jeremiah 10. Now you will understand what I don't vote. I don't be part of this process. It says, Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the, verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree. Now he starts talking about Christmas. But anyway, I digress. Let's keep going. That's another subject for another time. Now, let us go to Isaiah 55, right? Let's see. No, Proverbs 28. Proverbs 28, verse 22. Proverbs 28, verse 22. He that hasted to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty should come upon him. See? If you want to be rich, can't wait till I have money. Can't wait till I hit the lottery. Okay? You have an evil eye, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, if you do your study, all the people that have won the lottery, have you seen? Go to YouTube and look what the devil has done to them. He's not hiding himself anymore. Remember, he's not hiding himself anymore. That's why he's causing mayhem, and he has the people with the money financing all of that. For instance, George Soros, he financed Black Lives Matter, a Marxist organization, set by their own co-founders. Antifa, who was one asked George Soros, give us our money. We have become such clowns, okay? Ridiculous clowns, ridiculous, what a joke we have become. And here's what what the Creator have said in regard to the way we see things. Oh, this is my opinion, Ruben. No, this is how I see things. God doesn't care about that. Here's what He said. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Okay? For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh bring forth and bud, but he may give seed, seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. Verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent. Verse 12. For you should go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. So, do we have any questions? Do we have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, as to the realities being pushed upon us? We cannot escape ourselves. We have become clowns. Okay? We have become ridiculous clowns, just like the devil. We have become depraved cowards, just like the devil. We killed those who cannot defend themselves through abortion, through partial birth abortion. Okay? Partial birth abortion means where a woman is about to give birth, but they will kill the baby anyway. So if they don't care about babies inside the womb that don't have any way of defending themselves, ladies and gentlemen, then what makes you think that these people care about you with this pandemic? Now we have a vaccine coming up, right? They're talking about a vaccine that's coming, which usually a vaccine takes like 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years down the road. But since this thing has been pre-planned, they already have the vaccine. I hate to break it to you, ladies and gentlemen. The vaccine is there. It's coming. And one last thing before I go. Why are they going to make obligatory vaccine? Why are they going to why are they going to force people into take a vaccine? If it's supposed to be good for humanity, why are you going to force it on people? Common sense should tell you this. Because if not, if vaccines are not, if people don't want to take what's good for them, then let them die. Common sense tell you this. But we don't have any common sense, I forgot. May God bless you. I will be praying for you, brothers and sisters, because whether you want to believe it or not, we are at the door of the world reset, where the dollar will be destroyed, and what you have been preconditioned to believe, okay, or to follow, the new world order system is here. Because it is the devil's last hurrah. It is the devil's last hurrah, ladies and gentlemen. I know these videos are kind of long. You spend your time doing much less productive things. Why don't you spend the time listening to this and looking at my links, and you see the difference that it's going to make in your life, because what is talked about is truth. May God bless you. Until judgment day, I will be praying for you. Take care, brothers and sisters. Love you. Remember, what I talk about here, what I talk about on this platform is truth and reality. Not my truth, not my reality. Okay? There's more. Take care.